Mira. Now today we'll be revising political science lesson number 3, that is India's defense system. Okay, so we'll just do the revision of this lesson. As you are already aware about the paper pattern, in the previous two lessons, two videos, I have already discussed the paper pattern with you. Okay, so we'll just once again revise this lesson. So in this lesson we have learnt about the national interest, primary national interest of the country. Now what was the primary national interest? Was to have a proper defense military system for foreign aggression, to protect our country from foreign aggression, then internal unrest also, and also to keep our borders safe. And for all this, what was required? The nation had to keep a strong defense system at national level, and so India has also created such system. And what was the main motive? Was to have internal security, that is nation security was more important. So this international system is made up of sovereign nations, all it is a democratic country, as India is a secular state. So even if you cooperate with each other for some or the other issues, there will be minor conflicts between the nations, and this disputes between the nations may be related to different issues like the boundaries or water sharing and many other. So in order to solve this dispute, solve these issues, they also country needs a proper defense system. Also for the countries who are not following the terms of the international treaty, constantly competing against each other, and have the refugees problem shifting from one place to another from the neighboring countries, and whenever such conflicts arise between the country, these disputes need to be solved either by conversation, negotiations or compromises. But certain issues may not be solved by negotiations. At that time there is a chance of having a war. So in that case, each country needs to have its strong defense system, strong military power. And so when any attack takes place and challenges arise and for the sovereign nations, it of course it endangers the security of the nations, and such challenges are created due to military power of aggressive nations. If they have a strong military power, then it becomes difficult for the other country to tackle. So in any situation, what is nation's first duty? Its duty is to have a strong military system, and responsibility of the people in the country that they need to be protected. The security system should be strong, well prepared, and this is what is called as national security. So there are certain ways to safeguard this national security. So national security, as we see, it is very much related, closely connected with geography, like we talk about boundaries of the nations. And because national security, it is more likely to be endangered by nations who are geographically closer. Like presently we are having the conflicts between India and China. Okay, and then a nation must assess the threat to its geographical boundaries and the source of that threat. So in order to keep this threat at a bay, away from the people, the nation has to increase its military might. Its military should be strong. So what the nation should do for this? The nation should use modern technology, and also to build weapon systems and modernize and update the defense forces. Also resolving this conflicts by taking a recourse to war in order to safeguard national security, it brings international peace into danger. Hence some nations, they try to get the support of other nations to manage the threat to their international to their national security. So some are maybe militarily weak as compared to the aggressive power, so it becomes necessary for that weak nations to take help of the other nations. So that is how what we require is we need to make our military system very strong. Now let's talk about India's security system. India's security system, it includes the Navy, the Army and the Air Force. So these three forces, they defend the country. And what is the responsibility of these three forces? To protect the geographical boundaries And the main responsibility of protecting the boundaries is on the army, whereas the navy protects the coastline, and the air force is in charge of protecting India's airspace. So each of the department have their own responsibility. The Ministry of Defense controls all the three forces. So the Indian Army is very big. Okay, it is the world's 7th largest army. And what is the chief known as? Chief is known as the general. The chief of the navy is known as admiral, and the chief of the air force is known as air chief marshal. These three chiefs are appointed by the president. Who appoints these three chiefs? These three chiefs are appointed by the president. The President of India is the supreme commander of the defense forces. The defense forces cannot take any decisions about war or peace without the consent of the president, because it is the president who represents the civil power. In a democracy, leadership is considered superior to military leadership, and so many measures are taken so that all the three defense forces in India's security system are adequately modernized. So most important is to keep the military system update according to the new technology. Also, we have some research institutions being set up, and many training institutes have also been set up in our country to train the personnel of all ranks of our defense forces, like the chief of the army, the navy, marshal, air marshal. Okay, so that they can perform their task competently. Like, which are the institutes? As we are talking about training institutes, the National Defense Academy, that is NDA at Pune, and the National Defense College, that is NDC at Delhi. So children, we have again revised the third lesson, that is we have not finished in parts, we have revised. This was the first part. The next half of it we'll do it in the next class. Okay, so in this we have seen about the three defense forces of India, and also the work of these three defense forces, the responsibility allotted to them. So we shall stop here for today. Thank you children.